And of course, in sports, 7 days to the African Cup of Nations as Super Eagles of Nigeria have continued to intensify preparation in Abu Dhabi. Indeed, the goalkeeping department is a source of concern to Nigerians ahead of the tournament. Enyimba's Ojo Olorunleke, Chippa United Stanley Nwabili and Omonia Francis Uzoho have all been invited by coach Jose Peseiro. Now, joining us to discuss the Super Eagles is a sports journalist. That's Fisayo Dairo. Thank you so much for your time, Fisayo.
Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon.
All right, let's start off with your thoughts on the passing of the legendary Brazilian coach, Mario Zagalo.
Well, it's a sad reality that every one of us will die at some point. But Mario Zagalo is a legend of the game, and he won a World Cup as a player. I can remember him vividly from the France 98 World Cup, where Brazil, against all odds, lost the final to France 3-0. He was the head coach that time. It was a very brilliant Brazilian side coached by Zagalo. But of course, he did a lot for the world of football aside playing and coaching. Back home in Brazil, he's an iconic figure. And of course, having won the World Cup as a player and as an assistant coach, definitely, I'm sure he's going to be immortalized.
Now, we also understand that, it's about with 8 days to the Super Eagles' first match against Equatorial Guinea. How much of hope should Nigerians have on the goalkeeping department?
Well, that's a very difficult question if you ask me, because I wouldn't like to impart my hope or my belief on every sport-loving Nigerian. But it's really a dicey situation when a country that boasts of close to 200 million citizens cannot really sort a particular situation on the field of play. But it is what it is. We have to take whatever comes our way. Yes, we have to keep our faith in any goalkeeper that the coach puts his trust in. Yes, I'm aware that Francis Uzoho has disappointed many Nigerians in recent times, but this was the same goalkeeper that was entrusted to be in goal at the World Cup in 2018, Russia, by Gnotro, and did not disappoint. Although we didn't qualify from the group stage, but he did not make any mistake or thereabout. Let's hope that the spirit of 2018 will come back in him, if he's entrusted with that. If not him, it might be Stanley Nwabili, because I know that Enyimba goalkeeper Ojo Olorunleke will not be in goal. If it's Nwabili, he has not kept goal for Nigeria at a major tournament, at a competitive game ever before. He's talented, no doubt. We watched him in the Nigerian league before he went to South Africa. But will it be a stage too high for him? We just have to trust anyone that Peseiro calls upon in Cote d'Ivoire.
All right, now talking about Francis Uzoho, the coach over time has kept faith in him going into the tournament proper. Now, should he take a gamble with either Ojo or Nwabili?
Well, it's a question that lies on his shoulder, really. He's the manager. That's why he's being paid $70,000 monthly to make the big calls. I remember when Nigeria won the AFCON in 1994, Clemens Vesterhoff brought back Peter Rufai from his international exile and started him at the tournament. And the rest, they say, is history. There were lots of eyebrows then. That's why was Vesterhoff not using Wilfred Abunabare or Aloyagu, who kept most of the qualifiers and the previous tournaments. But Rufai came in and did the business. So if you trust Uzo, yes, that's why he's going to make these decisions, because he's been paid lots of mega bucks. He's just only left for we the fans to hope that the best thing come out of whatever decision is taken by the manager.
All right, now before I let you go, a lot of Nigerians have not stopped talking about how instrumental Enyimba was for the Super Eagles during his days. Now, what can be done to go back to the glory days?
Well, I don't like sounding like a broken record. We've had these arguments time and time again, but I think the major solution to our goalkeeping issues would be to look inwards, to look at the home-based players that have been much maligned and neglected over the years. Vincent Enyimba, that is being talked about, was a home-based goalkeeper when Adegboye Onigbude entrusted him with a World Cup game back in 2002 against England. He made a couple of mistakes. He flapped at a couple of crosses, but he made an outstanding save to Paul Scholes' long-range effort. And from then on, he picked it up. And he was Nigeria's first-choice goalkeeper for over 14 years. So we just need to look inwards, look at the MPFL. I watch the league every now and then, and I know that we have a lot of very good goalkeepers, but you now have to trust them, trust the process, and then we will unearth our own new Enyimba and bring him to the fore with Nigeria's Super Eagles.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Peseiro Dairo, sports journalist. Thank you.
The pleasure is mine.